want to we're going to link to this on the blog at majority.fm. Maybe down the road we will get the author of this book, which has, which essentially has provided these revelations. But you'll recall we've been talking quite a bit about the church committee hearings, and much of the church committee hearings were based on a trove of stolen documents that made their way to, I guess, the Washington Post and I believe the New York Times, which one of the biggest revelations was the existence of Cointelpro, which was an FBI program to basically spy on any type of left-wing dissent in this country. There's a piece in the New York Times today by Mark Mazzetti, which, like I say, is a function of a book that is being written by Betty Metzger. She was a former reporter for the Washington Post who was one of the first recipients of these documents. And the book, I guess, and this piece in the Times reveals for the first time the group of, I guess it was 8 people who participated in the burglary of these documents and until now have been, I guess, unknown. And they include a couple of professors, one of religion, I think, the other of, I mean, these are people, one guy was a professor of religion at Temple University. Another was I think a professor at Swarthmore, or no, I'm sorry, a physics professor at Haverford. These were anti-war protesters who felt that their protesting was simply not going far enough. And they spent months staking out a satellite FBI office in Media, Pennsylvania. And basically broke in, stole these documents, sent them to reporters, and stayed unknown for years. The statute of limitations passed in 1976. Apparently, the FBI had no idea who these people were. I think one of the people involved was on a list of suspects, but they couldn't really prove anything. And now these people, at least 5 of the 8, have revealed themselves in the course of being written about in this book. So when the day comes, we will get the author on this program. But in the meantime, you should check out this piece in the New York Times. It's a fascinating story. And I think in part, at least some of them seem to be motivated to come out because of their sympathies for Edward Snowden. So it's a fascinating piece I wanted to direct you to.